Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I'm Brian, and today I will present about how I will keep communities clean. First of all, let me ask you one question. What do you think is the most dangerous and ongoing problem evolving in Hanoi today? Correct, it's trash. And so I will present how I will keep my own community clean first, in which is the Cau Giay district. So I am a person currently living in the Cau Giay district, one of the most modern and dynamic districts in Hanoi. Therefore, it is usually very busy all day round with cars and motorcycles rambling around. And as a resident, I've seen a lot of trashes throwing in the sides of the road. So I want to fix that problem as a individual so that the community will become better. So what are the root causes? People are being lazy because they don't want to throw in the designated trash bins, and there are not enough trash bins in the area. For example, in one neighborhood, there's like 2 trash bins in a 5-kilometer radius, which is not enough, and therefore trashing happens every single day. The impact is that the area becomes very polluted, smells horrible, and does not have a good influence on the foreigners visiting in our country. So here are my researches in which I use 3 newspapers which reports about how Vietnam has a lot of trash everywhere and what are the root problems and causes. So here are my plans. My goal is to help reduce the most amount of trash possible, and both as a student, as a resident and of the Cau Giay district, and inspire other people to do the same. And I will be in charge of my own project individually and will be responsible for my tasks and produce my own results. So what are my tasks? First I will make an action plan. Then I will check in and get tips from my supervisor, which is Mr. Leon. Then I will perform my action plan and gather evidence and results. Then I will create a presentation and present it to you guys and judges. For my planning, what are the challenges and the solutions? So one of the challenges is that there's lack of equipment and resources, in which I've created a solution for it by buying the needed equipment such as a trash grabber and trash bags. Another challenge is trouble finding volunteers. As I live in an apartment, there is a lot of people nearby, so I could use that opportunity and make a QR code so people can register themselves through the poster I've made. And then not enough time is also a problem, and therefore weekends is a solution because that's the only free time I have. For my action plan, I will have 2 phases, in which phase 1 is group activity and phase 2 is individual activity. In phase 1, I will think and set up a date and time reasonably, and then I will create a Google form to get people to sign up. Then I will turn the Google form into a QR code so people can scan it with their phones. Then I will create posters to spread awareness and put the QR code inside of the poster, so when people are reading, they can also register if they are interested. And I could collect information from participants and communicate to verify their participation. I also gather all the equipment needed, as like trash bag, gloves, and mask. And on the day of the activity, I will meet up with all the participants and head to the trash collection point. Then I will collect the trash with the equipment and take pictures to use as data. Then I will evaluate the results and prepare for phase 2, which is my individual activity. I will prepare on a date and place for the trash picking activity. Then I will prepare the equipment needed, just like in phase 1. And then I will perform the activity with a person to take pictures, for in this case, it's my sister. I will collect the data from phase 2, just like in phase 1, and evaluate the results. I will create the presentation with the results and findings, and then present the presentation to you guys. So who are the target audience? Of course, it's the people in my tower, in which is the FLC Twin Tower. So I created two different posters. One is to spread awareness, in which is in Vietnamese, because the population of Vietnamese people there are more than foreign people, and also a QR code for people to sign up, in which leads to my Google form, where people can sign up and fill in their information. I've also put the posters on different sites, such as the elevator, the trash bin area, and the door. So I got a total of 8 responses from my Google form, which is, although not a lot, but manageable amount of people that I could use and manage easily. I also communicated with them privately, so to confirm their participation, and also to manage people to see if they're actually coming or not. So here are pictures from my group trash activity collection in 16th of March 2025. Here are people putting up posters. Here's my friend taking up trash, and here's more trash collecting. And the result is I was able to put up more posters. I was able to collect around 5 to 6 bags of trash, which weighs 1 kilogram each. And here's our pictures from my independent trash collection activity, in which I went on my own. As said before, I brought my sister with, and so that she could take pictures as data, and I've collected around 3 trash bags. So as a reflection, I have had a great experience doing this. I have helped my community becoming cleaner and greener in some ways. And I've also had bonds between friends and people in my community. I also figured out what is the problem and the solution needed for that problem. And it also helped me practice my leadership skills so that I would be more confident when I make a group in the future. So what are the skills or lessons that I've learned? I've learned, as I said before, leadership skills. I have learned communication skills, community engagement skills, and time management skills. The lessons that I've learned is that trash exists everywhere around us, and we just don't do anything about it. Therefore, we need a solution. And people behaviors needs changes. I'm not saying that people around me are lazy and they don't throw it in the trash bin just because they're lazy, but it's more of in their behavior. They've done it so many times that it's not even their problem with being lazy. They just do it. So there needs changes. And not enough trash bins is placed. As said before, there's significantly a little amount of trash bins needed in neighborhoods. Therefore, most of the trash happen to be in neighborhood areas. So a reflection is that future action. Another part of my reflection is that future action that needed to be made, such as more trash bins need to be placed, awareness needs to be spreaded, and more community activities are needed nowadays, such as mine. Changes in law, if possible, would change people's behaviors, and therefore the last one would go hand in hand with the changes in law. So special thanks for people such as Mr. Leon, who had helped me a lot during this journey, my sister, who had helped me take in my pictures, and participants in my group trash picking activity. Well, that wraps up for the end of my presentation, and if you have any questions, feel free to answer. Thank you.